hundreds of millions of dollars in volume so that they can start by the leverage of local stablecoins as an instrument to swap between peso and dollar, dollar and peso.
I have to disagree. Over there, for us, I wouldn't say that bigger institutions or financial institutions are the fastest in terms of go-to-market or sales cycles, just because there's lots of back and forth with regulatory certainty, approvals, internal processes, bureaucracy, etc. In our case, would be probably fintechs that have operations in multiple countries, and their treasury teams need to move money from, I don't know, for instance, $3 million in treasury funds in the US, and we need to fund our operations, like working capital in Colombia, in Mexico, in Brazil, same day. We can't wait T+2, T+3 as the usual SWIFT payments, and those would be, for us, the fastest to onboard. And then, of course, whenever we go direct and we get imports or export companies like a Brazilian entity that is importing from China, those are also the easiest to become live with us.
Yeah, we have a bit of fintech as well, but I think one that's growing a lot in obviously number of transactions is a lot of consumer apps which are building infrastructure using stablecoins. So like I mentioned, like we designed our system to be obviously B2B, but we do a lot of B2B2C as well. So we have like a lot of consumer apps which or already existent or are the new neobanks which are being built. So, Bello or Cast or whatever, they all use our infrastructure. And obviously we've seen like a surge in adoption because we actually see like the individual side as well. So we see how many people are just onboarding and using the solution. So we have a couple of providers which of neobanks and consumer apps which use our solution for Argentines to pay Pix in Brazil, for example. So that's really amazing to see, like 10, 20, 50, 100,000 transactions per day going through and growing. So it's really exciting. Not only the volume, but the number of use cases and number of users actually using it. So it's pretty cool.
Let's think of a vision for 2040.
2040?
Yeah, of course. It's tomorrow. It happens fast. What milestone do you think will mark the moment when on-chain FX truly goes mainstream? Like, what's the vision for 2040 here? What do you think is the breaking point?
I think I might sound utopic, but it's very related to what I was saying.
That's why we're here.
Earlier on the panel, but it's basically the moment when money is moving all over the world, around the world, and no one's caring if it's via blockchain, via traditional system or whatever. It's just like, hey, I've sent a payment from the US into Mexico, from Mexico into Kenya, and it arrived instantly with full transparency, traceability, etc. To me, that's the moment when it goes mainstream.
Okay.
At scale 2040, it's when I called Lucas on WhatsApp and I told him, did you see this trade that happened on a liquidity pool and it got sent through your rails? I think it's the best way to explain it. Yeah.
That's a nice one.
I would actually want to join both of them. So I think the FX being like you said, but also the experience. If you haven't used Pix yet, try using it in Brazil. It's like a global Pix with transparency and liquidity would be absolutely like amazing. It's like 5 seconds, send money wherever you are, use it wherever you are, and that's it. Like you don't have any hassle, and it's, you said utopic, so no hassle, no worries, everyone's happy. That's basically it, using on-chain FX.
But that's the beauty about this panel now. I mean, if we're only talking about today and yesterday, then
fair enough.
Good. To wrap up in one sentence, what's the biggest wish for the widespread success of on-chain FX and your project? Everybody 1 minute.
Liquidity. One word.
That's okay. That's more time for the others. So
I'll actually use 3 words, so I let Juandi all of the time to wrap it up, and it's actually our current slogan, which is any money, anytime, anywhere.
We're going Hollywood here. Okay, that's nice.
It is one word because it has an M dash, so it has to be one size.
Good. Last but not least, because we have another 3 to 4 minutes left. If you are talking to the crowd now, who would you like to meet when you go off stage? Who in the audience should come to you?
Anyone who's interested in launching anything related to stablecoins or enabling USD balances, virtual IBANs, whatever. we can do almost everything in the industry. So if you're a treasury person, CFO, if you're a developer, CPO, whomever, you can talk to me. I'm always happy to meet people. I'm an Argentinian, so I'm friendly. Come talk to me. I'm very happy to be here with you.
I'm going to steal his as well, but I'll just add one thing. If you also have absolutely no fucking idea what a stablecoin is and what on-chain FX is, and you want to learn a bit more, reach out, not only to me, to any one of these geniuses, which is on the panel as well.
I guess if I have to cater it, if you're running a finance business with ticket sizes over $100,000, happy to chat. Thank you.
Good. So looking for money, looking for users, and looking for more customers. Last but not least, any final words and statements before we're done on time?
I love the Avenian conduit.
Or conflict, because we all get along super well and we love the subject. So it was like we just agreed on everything. So I think it's pretty obvious. But I just want to thank the opportunity, and obviously these guys are brilliant as well. You were brilliant, so that was great. Thanks.
Same. I might have forgotten that if you're cooking or having an asado tonight, let me know. I'll be happy to pass by and talk about this all day long, all night long.
I think the good thing in this industry is you said something in the beginning about the enemy, and I'm not really sure if I agree on anything which is the enemy. Not to bring something in, but I think the banks, you might see them as an enemy, but you might also see them as the old dinosaur. And there's people like MasterCard who are moving a little bit faster because they're interested in not being completely disrupted, and others who won't get it. But I think what's the really nice part on this panel, and that's the reason why for this once I like that there's some harmony, is we're talking about currently 4% of the global population is doing something with crypto, many of them gambling. Many of them, I'm really sorry, everybody here understood what we're able to do. When we think of 2, 3, 4 years back, payment was something really far. So I really like what you're doing. I think it's amazing. I think it's really important, not only in Mexico, but still 50% unbanked people. I think it's important to not only facilitate payment for you and me and not pay the banks the fees they don't deserve, sorry, but also help the people out there in order to have opportunities to send and receive money. With these words, thank you very much for listening in. Wishing you a wonderful week at Devconnect. Bye.
Thank you.